Israel bombed the Assembly of Experts while they were in session, choosing Iran's next supreme leader. Qatar shot down 2 Iranian fighter jets, the first time a Gulf state has directly engaged Iran in combat. 3 American F-15E Strike Eagles were shot down over Kuwait by friendly fire. 787 Iranians are dead. A girls' school in southern Iran was struck, killing at least 165 children. Trump says the US has the capability to go far longer than 5 weeks, and the biggest strikes haven't happened yet. This is the moment that changed everything on day 4. The Assembly of Experts, Iran's 88-member clerical body responsible for choosing the next supreme leader, had convened in the holy city of Qom, 100 miles south of Tehran. Their purpose? To elect Khamenei's successor and end the power vacuum at the top of the Islamic Republic. Israel knew they were there. According to the Washington Post, the Israeli military carried out a strike that destroyed the building used by the Assembly of Experts during their meeting. Video verified by the Post shows heavy damage to the building in Qom. Think about what this means. The Islamic Republic's constitutional process for replacing its dead supreme leader was bombed while it was happening. The IDF also announced it had destroyed the Supreme National Security Council headquarters, along with the President's office and key command and control infrastructure in Tehran. According to the Israeli military, these were the regime's most central and significant headquarters. And according to Al Arabiya, Israeli special forces, including Mossad operatives, carried out a ground operation inside Iran overnight. Israeli authorities have not confirmed or denied this. For the first time since this war began, a Gulf Arab state has directly engaged Iranian forces in combat. Qatar's Air Force shot down 2 Iranian bomber aircraft that were heading toward Qatari territory. This is a historic moment. Gulf states have been victims of Iranian missile and drone strikes since day one. Now one of them has fired back. According to Al Jazeera, Iran's miscalculation is becoming clear. Tehran's strategy was to inflict enough pain on Gulf monarchies to force them to pressure Washington into ending the war. Instead, the opposite is happening. Senator Lindsey Graham said it directly. Iran made a major miscalculation by attacking Kuwait and Qatar and Saudi Arabia. These countries are now more intent than ever to end the threat forever. Arab partners are not breaking. They are getting into the fight. The economic damage is severe. Qatar Energy, the world's largest LNG producer, halted production after Iranian attacks on Ras Laffan. More than 1,900 flights were cancelled across the Middle East on Tuesday. Over 1 million passengers are stranded. The travel chaos is now the worst since COVID-19. Day 4 brought 2 of the most painful moments of the war so far. First, 3 American F-15E Strike Eagle fighter jets were shot down over Kuwait by friendly fire. US Central Command confirmed that 6 crew members ejected safely. The jets were downed in what the military described as a mistaken engagement. The incident is under investigation. Second, and far more devastating, Iranian state media reported that a US-Israeli strike hit a girls' school in southern Iran, killing at least 165 people. The Pentagon has not confirmed the strike. Secretary of State Rubio, when asked directly about the school, said, "The United States would not deliberately target a school, but 165 children are dead." According to the Iranian Red Crescent, the total death toll inside Iran has now reached 787 people since Operation Epic Fury began on February 28th. While the war raged across the region, a second battle was unfolding in diplomatic channels. Trump called British Prime Minister Keir Starmer no Winston Churchill and said the US relationship with the UK was ruined. The reason? Starmer initially refused to allow the US to use Diego Garcia, the joint US-UK base in the Indian Ocean, as a launchpad for strikes on Iran. Starmer eventually agreed, but only for defensive purposes. Trump is still angry. Spain refused entirely. Trump threatened to cut off all trade with Spain in retaliation. Iran's foreign minister warned that any European military involvement, even purely defensive, would be considered an act of war. Meanwhile, a Reuters/Ipsos poll released over the weekend showed that just 1 in 4 Americans approve of the military action against Iran. Trump started this war with less domestic support than any major US military operation in modern history. And then came the contradiction that is defining this war politically. On Monday, Secretary of State Rubio said the US attacked Iran because it knew Israel was going to strike, and that Iran would retaliate against American forces. On Tuesday, Trump contradicted him directly. Based on the way the negotiation was going, I think they were going to attack first. If anything, I might have forced Israel's hand. The Secretary of State and the President gave two completely different explanations for why this war started, on camera, on the same day. Lawmakers in Congress are demanding answers. Satellite images released Tuesday by Vantor confirm what military analysts suspected. Iran's Natanz nuclear enrichment facility in Isfahan has sustained significant damage. The IAEA confirmed it. The facility's entrances suffered the most severe damage. Whether the underground enrichment centrifuges themselves were destroyed remains unclear. This was Trump's primary stated objective, ensuring Iran can never build a nuclear weapon. On Natanz, significant progress has been made, but Iran's underground facilities, some buried 80 meters below reinforced concrete, may have survived. 4 days in, Israel bombed the meeting where Iran was choosing its next leader. Qatar shot down Iranian jets. American F-15Es were downed by friendly fire. 165 children killed in a school strike. 787 Iranians dead. 6 Americans dead. 52 Lebanese dead. Trump says the biggest wave is still coming. Rubio says the next phase will be even more punishing. And the Assembly of Experts, the body that was supposed to give Iran a new supreme leader, is rubble in calm. 3 leaders promised this would be quick. 1 in 4 Americans believes it was the right decision. And the war is 4 days old. Subscribe to Conflict Atlas. New video every single day. We map the wars, so you understand what's really at stake.